Yo, happy Sunday, everybody. It's June 23rd, 8:30 a.m. my time. I wanted to give y'all a quick market update first, just based on, what the market has been doing on a broader sense for Bitcoin, ETH, the majors, and then we'll dive into some other aspects of the market that are looking really good. So first things first, on BTC, what we see is a sideways consolidation. Price doing its best to hang above this middle EQ, which is around $64,000, right? So if you look at kind of this high of the range and this low of the range, this area right here is the middle EQ, right? So price is doing a pretty good job trying not to break it, but we've also kind of tapped it once here, two or three times here over the last, 1 week. We either need to get a strong lift off from here, or what may happen is you kind of, chop around here and then fizzle and break down. And if we do break down, then my ideal place to break down is somewhere around this range low, which is $58,000 to $59,000. That would ideally, in my opinion, create some sort of local bottom in the market. After that, I really don't know what happens. We've talked about, Bitcoin dominance being a larger sort of good signal for us to understand, where is BTC and alts, where are they going? I was kind of under the impression that over the next, month or two, as Bitcoin dominance breaks down, kind of like this, like it has in 2021, or like this, where it has broken down in 2017. I was under the impression that alt season would start probably soon, which would mean that Bitcoin dominance should be breaking down. Bitcoin prices should generally kind of move in a sideways range. They shouldn't just start nuking, right? If they start nuking, then all bets are off, and I'm pretty sure everything is going to go down further. But if we look at this from a larger weekly perspective, I don't see anything too scary yet. It is entirely possible that, maybe this structure is going to somehow look like this larger structure. I know we've talked about that before. However, I don't see concerns of that yet. It is entirely possible that, we may also be in this kind of consolidation structure before this liftoff, right? So you may have, this very tight-knit consolidation that goes on like this for a little bit until September, October, and then lifts off until end of year, beginning of next year, right? So a couple different ways to, of course, look at the market. As we, very well know, BTC itself is the leader of the market, and right now we do not have any big signals from the leader as of yet. So it remains to be seen exactly how the market is going to play out over the next few weeks. I myself am still bullish until proven otherwise, right? Meaning I generally think this thing is going to play out in a consolidation and break out further. But, I am also aware that this could bleed out up until, Q3 or Q4 later this year, and then maybe beginning of next year, then we take off. Okay. But again, my general thesis is that we are probably in somewhere this stage right here in the early stages. Well, I don't know about early stages, because I do think that we're somewhere like, I don't know, like somewhere here, right? So we may have another 6 months ahead of us, not like another whole, 12 months or anything, right? Another way to look at it is on my Warpcast, I tweeted about this earlier. A lot of Roaring Kitty stuff. By the way, Roaring Kitty is the meme coin that I created. Again, fair launch meme coin, meaning that there are no team allocations, no marketing allocations, no personal allocations that I was given. Everything was fairly launched, and every person who has bought so far has had to buy in the same way that I bought, which is right on the market, right? Every person has bought this coin on the market. And this is one of the reasons we bought this is because we believe in the, Roaring Kitty, Roaring Kitty sort of being this poster child, meme narrative for the rest of the year, right? I'll talk about that in a little bit. Let me go back to the market real quick, okay? So generally, on a weekly chart, I do think that we are on this somewhat of an uptrend here, especially more similar to 2017, way back in the first big, huge Bitcoin and alt season. So if we kind of connect the dots, I found this very sort of appropriate chart visual where we are right now. So if you look at BTC, this is the current diagram of where BTC is. I think this was in 2000 this is 2015, 16, and 17. This is 2020, 21, and now we're in 2023 and 24, right? So I believe that, again, as we're stuck here in this middle area, we might be somewhere here or here before we have another takeoff. Sure, we can have maybe one more pullback, but then after that, I'm kind of expecting more upside, right? Another way to look at it is the comparison of the 2020 run up. We're kind of in this area right here, like I said, mid to late 2021, pull back, and then beginning of 2022 and beyond, or I'm sorry, mid to late 2020, we pull back. Late 2020, 2021, early, we take off, right? So we could be somewhere in that area right now where we're waiting for that next big takeoff leg. In which case, if you start looking at, let's just say, one of my favorite projects, for example, DGen, right, which has also gotten beat up, by the way. If you look at DGen, pretty much most altcoins are down like 80, 50, 70%. Ethereum obviously is much more stable of an altcoin, let's just say, much bigger than, let's just say, another regular altcoin. But that, Ethereum itself is from the local highs, it's down 15%. Solana from the local highs is down a pretty substantial amount, also close to about 37%. So all in all, we see alts getting beat up, right? Even the major memes, like for example, Dogecoin is down about 45% locally, from the high. So this kind of just goes to show that the market has been aggressively pulling back for the last several weeks. And in fact, one would argue that we probably topped somewhere in March, late March, and we've been pulling back since, right? So that's basically April, May, June, and now we're coming close to July. So 3 to 3.5 months, almost 4 months, we've been pulling back quite heavily. Same thing with BTC, right? BTC topped pretty much here, which was mid-March. Okay, mid-March to where we are mid-June, let's just say, right? Close to end of June, again, close to that 3-month mark. So 3 months is a pretty strong consolidation that we're facing right now. And what we need to recognize here is, as a market has been pulling back, it is also going to, garner some sort of, tightness and consolidation volatility. As the volatility shrinks, you have, more and more people either selling down here or getting impatient, and then they get, blown out to the upside, right? I would say same thing might happen to something like, just say, Doge, even the TON ecosystem, which has been doing incredibly well, right? TON is kind of this AI related ecosystem project that's been doing incredibly well over the last several months. Solana has taken a big pullback, from that 200 mark in mid-March, like I said, pulling back to about $120. So now this, relating this back to the rest of the market, you can actually go to, let's just say, a Masari. Okay, Masari has these different sections of where you could do research on what different sectors of the crypto economy and how are they doing. So for example, if you pick, I don't know, like let's just say, I don't want to pick DePIN. Okay. Let's just say DeFi, right? In DeFi, you see, so let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. Where's the mark? Let's do a market overview. Let's see how that looks. I was hoping that we could get Some screeners. Let's see. Categories. DeFi. There we go. Okay. So within the DeFi category, one thing that you'll see is, let me see. I don't know why this. Okay, there we go. One thing that you'll see is, year to date, right? So that's a beginning of the year up until now. Okay, what we see is a pretty substantial, whoops, other way around. We see a pretty substantial, change in a lot of the top DeFi protocols. For example, Solend or Hubble Protocol, Step Finance, these, whether they're on Solana or non-Solana based protocols or EVM based protocols, they've been taking a hit quite significantly over the last 3 to 6 months. Why is this important? Because DeFi is a pretty important sector that helps us understand how the rest of the market is doing in terms of actual trading, user activity, volumes, borrowing, lending, staking, yields, etc. Right? So it is actually a pretty good barometer of what, BTC, crypto, Ethereum, Solana, and the rest of the crypto market is generally feeling. So this feeling of negative 30, 40, 50, 60% is quite apparent in the rest of the market. Now, connecting this back to, let's just say something as simple as meme coins, right? For example, Bonk, okay? Bonk is, one of the top tier meme coins in Solana ecosystem, right? Bonk from the local highs is down right now almost 55%, okay? Brett is doing a little bit better, obviously, right? But Brett also is down currently 25%. A couple of days back, it was down almost 40%. Toshi, for example, again, another base meme coin, right? So let's go to the daily chart. Toshi hit the high somewhere around April. The market cap for Toshi was around 320 million. Currently now, Toshi is sitting at 120 million, right? So that's about a 61% drop. With Dog with Hat, again, one of the most, sacred sort of Solana meme coins, right? Let's see, market cap wise, where did it go? Market cap wise, Dog with Hat went all the way to $4.9 billion. So about 5 billion. Now currently it sits at 1.7, which is a 65% drop. Okay. Chomp, again, another base meme coin, right? Chomp has gone up to, let's go to the market cap terms. It went up all the way to about $96 million. Currently it sits at about 40. Okay, so that's about 60% drop. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, these coins that you look at, right? Whether it's Chomp or Brett or Dog with Hat or Bonk or Doge, most of them in the meme coin space, okay, so thank you, Base Scott. This one is down 80%. So most of these coins have taken substantial hits over the last, 3 to 4 months. And, what that goes to show is that the market overall is feeling the pain, okay, whether it's BTC or Solana, or like I explained to you, DeFi, but then the meme coins itself are down about the same, or maybe, sometimes slightly less, maybe slightly more in many cases, okay? Now, this connects us back to Roaring Kitty, okay? Once again, Roaring Kitty, as people have called it, even on Bloomberg, Roaring Kitty is a poster child for the meme-obsessed generation. I think for most people, most average retail, you'll see that Roaring Kitty is kind of the, he's like the Robin Hood for traders who are against Wall Street or trying to create, fair environment for the average retail trader, right? And I think that's why he's so incredibly popular, because people resonate with him. They know what he's done before, with GameStop. He's everywhere, right? Whether it's people in China or Asia talking about him, or people in, Bloomberg, which is one of the largest, financial news media platforms talking about him. Everybody knows Roaring Kitty. And this is one of the reasons why we started Roaring Kitty as a meme. And we started on Base because we believe that Base is the chain. I want to show you guys some stats about Base, right? Like Base is a pretty incredible chain if you actually look at it for its potential and just pure value. Okay. So first we go to, oh yeah, first things first, right? I want to show you guys something. Okay. So this is a 1 month, oh, where'd it go? 1 month change in total TVL, right? For Base. Okay. So what you see for Base is it only drew down about negative 5.5% overall, right? So currently the Base TVL sits at about 1.5 billion, which is a pretty incredible stat because it just goes to show that if you compare, Base and look at its top apps, like let's just say Aerodome and Uniswap, Beefy Finance, Overnight Finance, there's not really a lot of protocols that are doing incredible numbers. Whereas let's just say, something like, I don't know, other chains, for example, Tron, in my opinion, is not that heavily used. BSC, I don't think it's that heavily used. Solana is definitely heavily used. Arbitrum, not so much. Blast, not so much. Okay. Merlin and Bitcoin and Polygon, I mean, these are not really, they're not really heavily used protocols, let's just say, right? Or ecosystems. But Base itself is an incredibly popular ecosystem in just users, and more so the fact that, Coinbase Smart Wallet, this thing right here, is going to be a game changer because Coinbase Smart Wallet is going to allow people to basically utilize their, let me see, where do I find it? Where's their tweet? They had a tweet about it somewhere. It was a good tweet too. So what it allows is you have, let's just say, an X amount of balance and money in your Coinbase account, right? Most of us who come into crypto, we go to, coinbase.com, and then we deposit a bunch of money there. And then we either buy coins on Coinbase itself, or we transfer it to like a Phantom or like a MetaMask. And then we buy on-chain stuff. Like if you wanted to buy TYBG, you have to go on-chain and buy it through MetaMask, right? If you wanted to buy our coin Roaring Kitty, okay, you have to buy through MetaMask. You have to go through MetaMask, and then you have to go through Uniswap and then buy. That's like all these meme coins. That's pretty much all of DeFi, all of everything in crypto, right? Most of that stuff you have to buy on chain. Very few coins compared to the overall crypto ecosystem is actually not listed in on exchanges, right? So what this allows is people to easily access their Coinbase balances and simply use that directly to buy Roaring Kitty. But this is again why we believe we are in the perfect chain, which is Bay chain, that will allow that, by the way. They're not going to allow it for Blast. They're not going to allow it for Solana. They're not going to allow it for Tron or BSC. They're definitely going to allow it for Base first. Okay, something that they've stated. So Base is going to be a huge game changer in allowing the easily accessible Coinbase balances to buy directly, the meme coins that we have spoken about, right? So I find that to be really fascinating over the next few months. Now, turning this back to meme coins, right? Quite simply put, we made a meme coin that was, once again, a fair launch. Okay, so you can check the smart contract and you'll see that there are no security issues. Token Sniffer says 50 out of 100, but you could check the bubble map. You can even do Token Sniffer on, I don't know, like DGen, for example, as I've showed y'all, right? You'll see the Token Sniffer is also bad for that. And it has 3 issues. But does it mean that DGen is a bad coin and it's supposed to go to 0 or it might be a rug? No, not really. These platforms are not perfect, right? Even like DGen doesn't have locked liquidity. It also has the ownership not renounced, meaning Jacek, who's in control of the smart contract, you kind of have to trust him, right? But he's also got a whole community around him. It's kind of like, for the most part, trusting Vitalik with Ethereum and Ethereum upgrades and this and that. Like people have earned a certain level of trust and experience through the industry where some people, kind of look over stuff like that, right? But the point is that, when it comes to meme coins, those metrics also, again, are not perfect. Though we do have a better rating on Go Plus Security and Quick Intel than most meme coins, our token sniffer, it's on par with DGen coin. So it's like, it's not really a big deal, right? Now, aside from that, if you go to wagme.vip, this is where we created the smart contract. You'll see how it works. There are no pre-sales or team allocations, no honeypots or LP rug pulls. 100% supply is gone to the LP, right? So I have no control over that. The LP is securely locked by WAGMI smart contracts, which are then trusted by Open Zeppelin. Okay, so for the most part, you guys know very well, like we have a pretty solid, meme coin Roaring Kitty right there. We have 1,054 holders. Our market cap is 190K. So compared to, other meme coins, like we're doing a pretty good job. Sure, some of them are, worth 400 or 300K, but we're doing our best to continue to grind, doing our best to keep the community, active and engaged. As you can see, we had a meme coin contest just a couple days back, right? And we had some incredible memes of things being created that are just phenomenal, right? That are absolutely just amazing of what people have done so far. And I'm truly just, amazed how many people are making such good memes. Just check out some of this stuff, right? Like these are all people who are making memes and doing their best to contribute to our community. They're holding a nice bag too, right? Because look, right now, we announced the meme coin competition winners and we gave away, okay, I want to show you guys this real quick. All right. Let's go to here, media. I think counting yesterday, I want to say, let me see here. Okay, counting yesterday, I want to say we've given away about 4 to 4.25 million tokens. This is to all the different users and contributors and meme coin artists and people who are loyal raiders, and people who create stickers and memes and arts and comics, and people who are mods, people who create original art, all kinds of different reasons. So I'm tracking all this and rewarding the community. Okay, so if you're watching this video and you're trying to figure out how do I make money in this environment, right? How do I earn some tokens, like some kitty tokens? This is the place to do it. Look at the leaderboard. This is all the people who are raiding. We try to award a majority of the people who continue to grind and raid in the Roaring Kitty community. Again, we have 1,100 members, an incredibly active, community. We have meme coin contests where we've, again, given up a lot of tokens to people. We have, we also had a raid competition contest. Again, we gave a lot of tokens to people. And then prior to that, we also had a Coinbase swap wallet competition. Okay, meaning if you were swapping via the Coinbase wallet rather than MetaMask, based on the transactions or volume, you could get paid that way, right? So if you generate more volume and transactions for us, we will award people, for that. So the point is that there's many different ways where people can make money in our competitions and our contests. All right, so just join the Roaring Kitty community, see what the movement is about, especially if you believe, what Roaring Kitty stands for. That's exactly why we created this meme, all right, this Roaring Kitty meme. Now, we've been grinding down for the last, 1 to 2 weeks, right? I get it, okay, but you know what? The community's not going away. When we had gone to $2 million, folks, we had about 250 holders. Our Telegram channel had maybe like 300 people. Now we have 1,100 members in Telegram. We have almost 1,100 holders. This just goes to show that we are doing our best to reward our community that continues to grind it out with us, right? We want to reward those people, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop because we believe in this meme, meme being the infinity meme, where once Roaring Kitty comes back and he's active again, this thing, I completely see it being able to pop higher, Roaring Kitty becomes a much bigger meme and a phenomenon over other people, right? Over other meme coins. Brett, for example, had its, time in the day. Whiff had its time, couple of months back. Toshi had its time a couple of months back. These coins went to several millions and tens of millions of dollars, right? Roaring Kitty itself, even on Solana, went up to about $5 million or sorry, 50 million, I think. Hang on, let me check where it went. Oh, almost 30 to 40 million, right? So you could see we currently sit at 200K, and we went to a high of 2.25 million. My goal is to see how far we can push this to 10, 20, $50 million. Okay, that's my entire goal. Again, it's not financial advice. We're going to do our best to, drive attention and memes and users into our project, into the meme coin, to show them exactly what our community is all about. And we're going to continue to grind and just spread good vibes, right? Even if you look at Warpcast, okay, my own Warpcast, our Warpcast channel on Roaring Kitty here, okay, we also get, a lot of people asking us questions about what are different contests going on. Can we partner? Can we collaborate? We built this, Paybot, which is you can start tipping people with the Paybot. So for example, I was tipping these guys, pretty much every day. I try to tip people some amount of tokens, just because if they're active in our community, they're creating cool stuff, I want them to be rewarded, right? This is me tipping kitty tokens to all these people. So come grind with us, folks. Come hang out. The Roaring Kitty, Telegram is an absolute vibe. Fun art, fun stickers. Good ways to earn some tokens. All right. Good luck, everybody. Y'all take care. I hope to catch up with y'all real soon. Join Roaring Kitty. Join a movement. Believe in something, and I promise you, you will be rewarded. Okay, you will be rewarded for being part of something and believing in something. Good luck. Take care. Happy Sunday. Happy weekend, wherever you are. We'll talk soon.